understand that really sound, if we work with sound, we work with silence. The real sound is what I call, and other people probably call the solo sound. So it's like taking in consideration all the sound that we cannot hear, right? Ultrasound, infrasound, that's their whole sound. It's just that we can't hear it. However, now they are breaking, kidney stone, clog to the brain, it can be hit with sound. So we know that it's very profound to work with it. Amazing teaching about sound is the connectivity, the connection. Everything is linked. Everything is part of this web, right? You hit one ball and you have one beautiful note. Then you hit two balls and there's a story. And that's what's going on with us. It's like we live in a relationship. And sound, one of the teaching of sound, because sound, there's so many teaching, but one of the teaching of sound is to understand that we live in relationship and we're truly all one. I feel yantra, I worked, I have like this little meditation room at home, and I drew the Merkaba in front of me, and just to get lost into the meditation space and just facing this sacred geometry, of the Merkaba, without doing all the exercise that goes with it, but just by staring at it, there is something that opens up. And that's also part of the sound healing, truly, because like I was saying, through sound, one day I hope I'll be a master sound healer. And in that case, I will not need to make any sound. And so everything that we do right now is to arrive to that point of just, understanding the frequency of the space, the frequency of a group, our own inner frequency, and just letting it go. A crystal is an amplifier, magnified. So it can be a great tool because when you're in a ceremony or in a session, you can translate this heart energy of healing. But it's got to be played very, it's got to be very subtle. Crystal are mineral, they're all linked to each other. They're one consciousness. And here is the difference between the Himalayan singing bowl and the crystal ball. We're talking about intelligence, So when I play my ball, the other crystal rejoice, right? It's one big family. You're dealing with something that magnified, whatever emotion, whatever intention you encode with the sound.
In nature, you're going to see spirals all over the place in different directions, and they merge and they figure things out. That's what Wilhelm Reich called cosmic superimposition. Wilhelm Reich said when two people come together, it's like a hurricane, a tornado, or something, and they eventually figure it out and they spiral around each other and create a vortex. And what does the healing is the vortex, right? So, like in psychotherapy, if you take two patients, take the patient and the doctor or the therapist, and as they merge, as they become literally merge, their heartbeats will come in exact entrainment. These are called dura membranes, and they look something like this, right? And this but it's like these are like the rains. Like I always thought if you tap them like this, they're like a drum, right? And it's resonant. Right, and you look at cadavers and stuff, we go inside, it looks like you're in a sacred chamber when you see these things. It's really quite beautiful, right? So it's like a church inside. And then you have this, like so, right? And everything, as you come into tune, everything literally is resonating, through the whole cranium. Like a human voice goes through that. Yes, you can move, your voice, the overtone chanting, all these things will come up and work with these areas.
feel that light inside of you. Feel how your heart can connect to the sun, to first light. Feel the light in your own body.
Now, I'm not doing sound into her body. I'm doing sound to about there. And this is something you'll practice. So it's important in my school to practice that. Because I don't want her having to deal with this sound. I want her body to meet the sound. I want her to have enough space inside of her so she doesn't feel any pressure. And in fact, she can get curious. Her whole nervous system goes, really? What sound is she making? As opposed to, oh my God, I wonder what that is. You see the difference?
So my experience with the vessels is that there's a transition that occurs, and they work on our DNA, they work on our memory, they reinstate our ancient connection. Ancient memory, they work on many levels vibrationally. They're transportive, maybe transport you somewhere too. But we'll bring you back, so don't worry. We won't let you stay out there too long. Sometimes they're like a radio frequency. They sound like a radio frequency. If you listen to the old radios, when you turn in the dial on the old radios, they go trying to find the right station. Some people experience this, and that's a frequency. So these are frequencies that are aligning our frequency, aligning to or reinstating or readjusting our frequency. This is purposeful at this time, especially. What we're supposed to be doing is aligning ourselves with the higher frequencies, and these vessels are helping us do that. These vessels are communicators. These vessels are communicators to the celestial realms, the beings in the celestial realms. They're communicators on many levels, but specifically to that. And they work in aligning and balancing the frequency of the Mother Earth as well. So there's many uses and many amazing things that these vessels work with.
putting these sets together, at least the way we do it in the West, is that, I always say to people, when you're doing this, start with one that just merges with you, or you merge with it. You feel that there's really no separation between that bowl and you, okay? And, the term that I use for that is that it has your voice.
Through years of working in natural power sites throughout the planet, I had learned to attune to the vibrational emanations of that I was standing before. Whether it's a tree, a stone, a building, a person, a flower, or anything, I attune to the vibrational essence of it. And when I do that, I often come into communion. And it's literally gathering the vital energies of the earth through the earth and water of the earth, and drawing it up through its trunk, with the momentum enough to take it out and expand out through the branches and leaves. And there it's meeting the upper regions of the earth in the sky.